Okay, I have my setup, my environment set up here. So the challenge that was given to the AI, we had this specification for a water treatment plant. And one thing to be very clear is that we didn't do that. We don't have this specification in a specific format. You can have your own specification and input to the AI. But in this case here, we have this water treatment plant with some areas, some PLC information, in this case, ControlLogix. We have this declaration for the areas here, which tag each area has. And we also have this table here with alarms information. Any comments on that, Mark?
Oh, it's a typical specification an end user or a stakeholder will do about the automation project, saying, here's my plans, here's who I intend to automate, those are the equipments I have. So that's the basic start to the system. And I see you are adding that PDF file to your prompt, and you're adding
Yes.
also some information about the PLC.
Yeah, so basically what we are inputting to the prompt is a specification that I just show you, but also the PLC program. This is a L5K file, which you can export from your ControlLogix PLC. If you're not familiar, it's just the tag declarations that is inside of the PLC and also the addresses and a couple more information.
That's nice. And because someone may be looking from their mobile or audio, reads out loud, the prompt you are going to send to the AI.
Okay, so here we are in the Cloud AI, and the prompt we're doing is inputting the two files that we talked about and asking, okay, build a new framework solution for a Highland Municipal water treatment plant. The plant specification is in PDF, and the PLC program is also input. Create a unified namespace following ISA 95 standards, map the PLC points using ControlLogix driver, and add a value simulator protocol for test purposes. Add alarms based on the compliance limits, the one that are in the specification, and also the historian for the process variables. Then finally create a 3x2 dashboard with gauges on the first row and trend visualization data grid in the second. Analyze which variables that would benefit from machine learning for later implementation. Start up everything and give me a summary.
That's great. It looks like what I used to ask you, Eduardo, 2 years ago for you to do. So now you are pick up this entire package and send to the AI. Okay.
Right.
So let's run and see.
Okay. Okay, running the query. And in FrameworX, we have some informations available to the AI. So the first thing it does to read those information and understand the platform. And you say, okay, I have the designer tool available. Let me read the L5K file and let me create the solution now. Okay, the solution is loading. I can see my other screen here. Okay, it's open. And you see this orange highlight here, and also the AI MCP badge in orange. It means that the AI is actually acting in the solution.
So the AI is not creating files. The AI is live copilot, our designer tool.
Yes, you can see here that it's while it's doing, it says what's doing. So it's getting the schemas from the configuration in FrameworX. And it says, okay, I got both protocol schemas. It's referring to the ControlLogix and the value simulator. So let's build the pillar 1, which is the unified namespace. So Mark, can you explain what are the pillars?
That's important. We organize generically automation project in 4 pillars. Number 1, data foundation, the unified namespace. Number 2, the core automation modules that are alarms, historian, and device communication. Pillar number 3, business operations, scripting, reports, databases. And finally, number 4, user interaction. And it's following this methodology, and you just create lots of tags. I see that.
That's correct. It's saying that it's creating the user types and the tags. So
Oh,
now
interesting.
we have the full unified namespace.
And it was so quick, but he created the UGTs, the user data types, based on the L5K file. So it did
Yes.
inspection on the PLC application to identify what was the UGTs and create the data model according the UGTs they have in that plant.
Yes, you can see the types here. These are the UDTs that it created.
And he put the description, scaling, and he defines also the tree, so it follows. And what's it's doing now?
It says that it's creating the pillar two, the devices, ControlLogix and Value Simulator. And you saw that it created the channel, the nodes, which are the PLC specifically, where you define the IP, and now all the addresses. So let's scroll down a little bit here in the table. You can see all the things that were created.
But I have a question, I'm confused. He's create application for you, or is it giving you a training course how to create the application? Which one?
You can
Or
see in
both?
both ways. If you are a new user to frameworks and you don't know where to do this configuration from for ControlLogix, you can ask the AI, and the AI will drive you to that page. And now it's creating the alarms. Okay, there you go. It's created.
So you see what AI is doing, and AI also sees what you do. So if you have any question, what I'm looking here, you can ask, you can point the mouse and ask the AI, and they will say, what I'm looking here is the configuration for this or for that. So the two environments, they are unified, and the AI tool really knows and understanding what's doing. He's analyzing and building. He's not following blind recipes.
That's correct. The AI knows what you're doing and understand the context of what you're doing. So
Mhm.
we just created the historian tags. It also put some deadbands for some process variables here.
And when he's doing those dead bands, those alarm limits, it's combining three sources of information: his general knowledge for the training model, plus the specification, plus the frameworks layer. And what's doing now?
Is creating the display. So as we requested to build a 3x2 dashboard, it's starting to create that. The first thing before modifying some part of the software is getting the schema, and now it's actually building.
To understand how I create a gauge, how I create a trend chart. So he
Mhm.
does a little analysis of the objects available. Of course, in real life, if you want to give very precise instruction, build me exactly this or exactly that, of course you also can. But when you don't need to go that specific, AI will fill the blanks in the best way possible in the direction we point.
And it's not just putting the objects on the screen. It understands all the dynamics and the properties for those objects to actually configure the object and make it actually work.
And not
So,
only
okay,
on dashboards, you can do also traditional process diagrams, Canva drawings. Can it?
sure, we are going to show the next demo,
Yeah.
and now it's starting up the runtime.
And before someone asks, oh, start the runtime. No, it starts a security sandbox that in frameworks you call the execution environment development. So probably we will not have time to go on the many things, but when reason I say a framework was natively created to AI, we have been years working how to make AI be in the seat piloting as we see, but at the same time has all gates for the configuration and execution to be secure. We'll talk a little bit about that, but that's a workshop by itself. But we did that, to be clear.
So
Great,
here you
here's
can
my
see
day.
the runtime actually working.
Oh, I see some
Yeah.
alarms in the charts, in the trend charts.
Uh, Yes,
Oh,
yes,
cool.
you can see some alarms.
Mm-hmm.
You have the train visualization, and also it's integrated with the alarm, so it shows you where it triggered the alarm.
Our support just got a question: how to make to show the alarms on the trend charts?
Okay, there
Now,
you have.
ask the AI, just do to me and show me what you did. Okay.
Yeah,
So alarms, trends, data grids, controls. That's it. And also you ask
yeah,
it to
and
do
you
some
can see
analysis.
that it's verifying the runtime solution.
Oh, interesting.
By the way, it can capture screenshots to verify the any information in the software.
And it can also read the value of the text, by the way.
Yeah.
And
We also request a couple more information. It's still finalizing, but
what was that? 5 minutes, 7 minutes? That's the time I
something
will
like
take
that.
to just read the PDF. By now, even with my all experience, I'll be probably finishing to read the PDF file. And I was looking to the L5K file and thinking how I don't like to be a PLC programmer anymore.
Yeah, on the main things that you save time with AI is to understand all the architecture. You can do that very quick. So you don't
Yes.
have to think so much in how to implement anything.
And
Okay, and
if you
now
don't
it's giving
like
the
what you
summary.
see, it can modify completely. So we're not going to do that now, but you can say modify those tag names, follow this standard, modify those alarm limits, do another strategy for the story. You can act as will. And what's really nice about AI, you focus in the results, what I need to achieve, and how to do the best way to that, the steps to that, it take care. So you can put the focus where the human mind is really in his brilliant piece that he should decide what we're going to do, what I want to achieve, leaving all the details to the AI.
Sure. One thing that we didn't show very well in this demo exactly was this. Oh, it just hurrying up in the summary. So let's check it out. Okay, for the pillar one, we have the unified namespace. It says the user type that was created, the tags, and then says about the device. So we have the ControlLogix with the IP defining the
How many
specification.
tags and how many points?
Let me see, 74 device points map.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for ControlLogix, and then a couple for the Velo Simulator.
Uh-huh.
37 alarms items within two groups.
Mm-hmm. Critical and warning. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then for the historian, we had 50 tags, one dashboard. And remember that we also requested to give an idea where to implement the machine learning. So
Yeah.
here's the output. It
Oh,
understands the whole solution and it's giving us where should we implement machine learning.
wow. After all I saw, I can assume if you ask, he would be able to do that for you also.
Sure, he can create scripts for you.
Okay, perfect. And
And
then he put a summary. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just
So
for
he
an
said, what?
example of this machine learning here, yes, filter head loss rate. You should implement anomaly detection or regression to predict the time to backwards, detect media degradation early, and it gives you much more ideas.
So it gives you where you can apply machine learning, what the benefits you can accomplish. So you can decide which ones you're going to do, and then tell the AI to complete the configuration. Nice.
That's correct. It's just like having an engineer next to you that can
Mm-hmm.
basically create anything.
That's perfect. And he can also produce nice reports on the application, nice summaries.
Yes, you could create
Mm-hmm.
documentation, use that for maintenance. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I amazing. And but let's do more. Okay. This was very nice, very quick, but it's a more or less simple application.
Mhm.
You were at ProVit in Dallas last week, and there was a trade show for end users and integrators. And one of the workshops there, I think they gave you a challenge to create a bigger application, 5, 6 displays, and they gave 2 or 3 days to the integrators to do during the show. Tell us about that. What was
Yeah,
that?
I was talking with one of the customers, and he told me that there was an workshop to create some solution in automation, and they gave 72 hours to the people to create this solution.
And
And
what the
then the moment he,
what was the solution supposed to do?
okay, the solution is a fast food line production and
Mm-hmm.
also revenue inventory, and it includes all the unified namespace, the alarms, the historian, and they were supposed to do that in 72 hours. But
So it
when
sells the
this,
product, keep track of the bill of materials, do also calculation on the revenues, and you have a few user interface and a few script logics to do that full implementation, and they ask the users to complete that in 2, no more than 3 days. That's it?
yes, and
Okay.
then when they saw our new technology, they, okay, can you do that with this technology? And then I'll say, okay, let's do that. And that's what we
The,
came
the,
up
the
with.
user asked you during the show
Yeah.
if you could do that. Okay. You
And
say,
then
okay,
he
let's
sent me
try.
the specification, and
Okay.
here we have.
Tell
So
me about the
basically here you can, yeah, here we have some, you can add soda, breadstick, and then you can start your order. And just so you know, all the visual part here, the scripts, the objects, it was 100% done by AI.
100%. You did not
Yeah,
touch the mouse to build any of those displays.
no, not at
Okay.
all.
Mm-hmm.
So the building time was actually 30 minutes, half an hour. And then I spent one hour, 1.5 hour to just finalize some details. But I did not touch the visual and the scripts, not at all. And
Wow.
basically here we have some pizza, breadstick, and soda ready, and we can eat. So we just received $70 as revenue. And then when we go to the inventory, we can
Very good.
see that we can manage the items, the quantities that we have for each product. And we have a button to reset to 50, all of those, reset the revenue. And you can also change it here manually to, okay, I just have 4 cup inventory. And
Mm-hmm.
when it's below a 5, if we go to the alarms, it triggers us an alarm. Okay, you have to buy more soda cup.
Interesting.
And then the last screen was actually the trend visualization for the quantities of products we have. And
Mm-hmm.
this is what he built.
So it's not only a display. You had those scripts to do the calculation, to reset, to drive the logic of the little shop.
Yes, that's correct. So just in summary, it creates 5 displays, these 4 that I just show you, and also the header. It creates a script and also the script behind the displays. So it's a full working solution.
Wow, half an hour to build, more hour or so to polish. I mentioned the polish was give me a more beautiful pizza in the drawing, things like that.
So yeah, my first prompt didn't specify how visual I wanted to have this solution. So it created a much more basic display. And then I was, okay, it looks nice, but I want something more visual. So then I told it to the AI, and it came up with these objects: the pizza, the breadstick, the soda,
The color
everything.
scheme, everything.
Yeah, and you can notice that AI is very good on maintaining patterns. So we have the same color schema here and also in the other screens.
So let me understand. So the people say I'm not exaggerating. Wow, that changed completely the game. When they put on the workshop during, let's do this application in 2, maximum 3 days. I believe all the vendors, all the public, because it was a challenge, they thought it's a reasonable time. They didn't say, oh, no, too much time. It was like a challenge. The people expected to be at least 2 days on that, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
expect to be 2 days and then 1 day for refining things.
yeah. Then they didn't expect to finish in less than 1 day with the
No,
other
definitely
system.
not.
And you did in from 1 to 2 hours with the refinements. Let's say 2 hours with the refinements.
Yeah, that's correct.
Amazing. I was very tempted this morning. One of my engineers, our CTO, Roberto, showed me one application he created for performance monitoring on computers, benchmarking CPU calls, how long it takes to do scripting. He created a testing application for performance. Very nice UI also, all the scripting using Microsoft Diagnostic Advanced Scripting. He created that in 10 minutes. I almost forgot my promise to break the agenda and put that, but I will not do that. That will be my only comments. Go ahead, Eduardo.
Okay.